Hello guys and welcome back to Custom Gamer. My name is Daz and this is the show where we talk about level design while playing cool maps. It's been a while, hasn't it? I took a bit of a break, but we're back. We're looking at Map Jam 2. We're going to cherry pick the best maps from the pack. One of which is this. This is, let me see if I can get this right. Einmal Döner und Shambler mit scharf bitte, which roughly translated means one Shambler kebab, hot and to go, please. So, I don't know what MFX was smoking when he made this level, but it seems to have worked quite well because it's an absolute beauty. I've been saying this a lot over the last year. This is the greatest looking Quake map I've ever seen, and once again, it's happened again. This is one of the greatest Quake maps I've ever seen, in terms of visuals at least. I'm pretty sure that MFX used the new kind of faked global illumination method for lighting, where instead of using just a single sunlight, you place lots of low intensity min lights around the sky also, which really fleshes out the lighting in the world, gives it a very nice smooth appearance. As you can see here, the lighting looks very natural. Highlights are picked out, you even get little shadows and very kind of natural gradients in the lighting, which makes things feel very round and smooth and natural, as you're seeing here. Almost looks like a kind of faked ambient occlusion as well, so it makes like big open areas like this look fantastic with this method. There's a great article on a blog called Slap Map about how to do this. I'll put it in the description below the video. It's a great article you should all read if you want to do lighting like this in your map. I should also mention that this map was built in 2 weeks, which absolutely blows my mind considering the just visual detail and fidelity that it's built at. It's absolutely crazy. And of course, this wouldn't be a custom gamer video without me derping on some rocks at the very beginning, so yeah, you can get up here. It's a bit easier from the other side, but, you know, got to challenge yourself every now and then. So this is very much kind of Persian style in keeping with Map Jam 2. I think I would have liked it better if the map had started out not just dumping you right in the center here, but just kind of perhaps winding your way through some canyons or something and then coming across this giant vista here. It feels like, I don't know, maybe MFX was a little bit short on time or whatever, who knows. But I feel like the intro's kind of, it's a little bit unceremonious, like you just kind of into the map. But you get to do a nice little bit of exploration at the start. There's some cool stuff to find. I like the wall torch here. It's like one of the only light sources in the scene at the beginning which flickers. So it really brings the player's attention to this side area which you have to use in order to progress. And there's very little resistance at the beginning. Things heat up fairly quickly as you go through the map. But at the very start it's generally a kind of explore, get a feel for the map and look around. Find some secrets, of which there are 10 in this map. And I've got to say the secrets are really fun to actually explore and find in here. There's lots and lots of telltale signs you can look for to find them. But just the thing that really blows me away about this map is just the visual fidelity. Like, the amount of brushes in this map must be insane. Like the render speeds as well. I haven't checked, but it must be very high. Some of the stuff, it's probably hard to tell in this video because I don't really stop to look at it, but like some of the arches must have, you know, in excess of 50 or 60 brushes in them. They're all kind of individually made. The attention to detail is absolutely fantastic. And again, with the new lighting method which MFX uses here, it really brings out the detail in everything. So the level is divided into 2 main areas. You've got this section here with the castle, which is serving as the main hub of the map. Then you have a larger kind of underground cavern area as well with multiple levels, which we'll see in just a moment. But essentially, you're working around this area here, finding a silver and gold key in order to open various doors at the top of the castle in order to progress. The large cavern area is almost like a detour in order to get a key, but it's one of the largest areas in the map. Now the underlift secret is faithfully represented, of course, so extra points for that, 11 out of 10. Even though the key progression is fairly easily laid out to understand for players, the thing that I really like about this map is the fact that you feel like you're exploring all the time. Even though as a player you're kind of thinking, right, I need to find the silver key to open this door, I need to find the gold key to open that door, exploration still feels really natural and you're just kind of exploring, you know, nooks and crannies all over the place just to see what's there, because, you know, the visual fidelity of the map really helps in this regard, because even if there's no items or anything around there, which is usually fairly rare, there's normally something hidden everywhere, but even just looking out of windows and stuff like that is enjoyable because the map just looks so nice. It's a pleasure just to walk around it, which is an excellent goal for any mapper, I think. If your level is just fun to move around just because it looks nice, then, you know, you've won, basically. This is a really cool secret. If you look out the window, you notice you can jump across onto those crates, and there's a knight standing behind them which aggroes when you jump. And this basically the level design is showing the player that there's something back here, you should probably check it out. If there was no enemy there, then you probably wouldn't make that jump or find that secret embedded in the cliff there. So it's an intelligent use of enemies kind of luring the player around, which is one of Quake's strengths. As a level designer, there's not much you can use in Quake in terms of like scripting like you have in games like Half-Life, and you know, most modern shooters use a lot of heavy-handed scripting to kind of show you things, and a lot of games even just take control of the player completely. Whereas in Quake you don't really have any of that. You have very simple rudimentary BSP based triggers, and you have just items and enemies in the world. That's pretty much what you get, and intelligent use of those is what separates kind of great level designers from everyone else. And I think MFX has definitely distinguished himself in the last year. I want to say if 2013 was the year of SOC, then 2014 has been the year of MFX in terms of new Quake mappers on the scene, which have just blown everyone away. It's been very, very pleasurable the last couple of years playing Quake maps because the quality is just shot up again. It's pretty crazy. You keep thinking, you know, the quality level has plateaued, and you know, and then a whole bunch of new blood comes along and just blows the roof off yet again. It's very, very fun to see. Now getting into the caverns area of the map, find a secret cod damage which helps a lot around here. Now this area is super impressive because you've got a fairly standard kind of cavern area with some old ruins. It looks really nice, but the thing that really sets out is just all the kind of woodwork around here as well. It's just so dense, there's like beams everywhere. It creates a really complex scene where you have kind of complex line of sight to enemies, like you have to aim around all the pillars and everything. The ogres can be quite challenging in this regard, but it's a very, very fun arena to fight in, and again it just looks gorgeous. Like the lighting is incredible in this map. I think if you want to start working on Quake maps, this is a great map to look at in terms of lighting and architecture detail. It really is a showcase in what Quake can do these days. I love the Vor coming down on the lift here, creates some excellent infighting opportunities, and again you've got all the pillars around the sides of the room to break line of sight with the Vor and hopefully destroy any Vor balls that do get launched at you. So great thought out arena design there. As we go up to the top here, we can... This is actually the first time I spotted this lightning gun here. I think I might have found this in my stream, but it's been so long ago I forgot. I actually found this doing my live gameplay, so I was trying to work out how to do it while recording footage, which was kind of interesting. But I love the fact that even when you come up from the caverns, you've got the kind of Persian castle structure above you, and you can just see like the foundations of it here. Creates a great sense of place in the map. It's not just like caverns and castle and the two are completely separate. They kind of intermingle a lot. So you've got all the foundations down here. It's really, really nice effect. So here I'm trying to work out how to get the lightning gun secret. It doesn't quite twig yet that you have to go up and then drop down again from above, but I think I've just kind of worked it out now. This is kind of a, I suppose, an MFX trademark secret in that you can see it, you just have to work out how to get to it. Whereas a lot of secrets in Quake are just kind of shoot this button to open a secret wall panel and, you know, all this kind of stuff. A lot of authors are now hiding secrets in plain sight and saying to the player, you can see it, now how do you get to it? It's up to you to work it out. I like a mixture of both, honestly. I think it's great that there's a lot more variety in secrets these days. Mappers are being a lot more creative with them, which is always fun. I think a lot of fans maps have some really cool secrets in as well. I love the kind of star shapes on the pillars here. You saw me looking up at them just there. It's another lovely kind of architectural element. There's a button back here which you can use to open the main set of doors. Yeah, just the thing I always come back to in this map is just the sheer amount of detail everywhere. It really is crazy. If anything I had to say about this map is that it's perhaps a little easy. I mean, I'm playing on hard right now, and there's not really any kind of big oh shit moments. Perhaps the map is balanced a little bit too easy. It's not that the fights are badly designed, they're not. Like, again, here you've got a Vor in the centre with lots of small pillars and other enemies charging around. You get great opportunities for infighting and for dodging projectiles and attacks, which is exactly what you want out of a fight, but just the difficulty isn't quite there, I think. I think an interesting fight here would be perhaps have kind of 2 Vors on either side of the pillars instead of one in the centre. Then you've still got all the line of sight blocking opportunities, but you're just going to have more Vor balls chasing you. That could have been an interesting variation on that combat for hard mode. This is the area we saw before but we couldn't access because the bars were lowered. We jump over here for another secret. I think I find 8 out of 10 on this run, so there's 2 more which I probably have found in previous runs but didn't quite get to this time around. Now that we've got the key, we can progress through here. I love the central structure here, just the way it flows down right from the top of the map all the way to the very bottom. You kind of look down and see everything below you. It's a beautiful piece of architecture as well. I think MFX studied a lot of kind of Persian and other kind of Arab architecture for this map. I saw him tweeting a lot of images of kind of mosque ceilings and things like that, which really kind of informs the visual style here. Research paid off because it's absolutely beautiful. So it's kind of cool that the rocket launcher is hidden in a secret area. You don't normally see that in Quake maps. It's normally kind of the ultimate weapon you get, and it's normally some kind of big arena combat around finding it and all that kind of stuff. Now there is a semi-arena here in that when you pick it up you have to kill 1,000 scrags, but it's actually hidden in a secret, again in plain sight, where there's bars. You can't get to the rocket launcher but you can see it, so it's a case of working out how to get to it again. I think it's maybe a bit too late in the map. You get to kill a bunch of scrags and then you can pretty much exit the level, so perhaps you don't get enough use out of it, which is a criticism you could probably level at the map. Have to ditch all these Vorballs chasing us and then we can pretty much exit. So again, it's a beautiful level. The combat is well thought out, but on hard mode the difficulty and challenge just isn't quite where it needs to be, I think. But just in terms of a piece of architecture and level design, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's a great showpiece for designers to check out how to do great new lighting effects and architecture in Quake. Alright guys, so we're going to be looking at some other maps in Map Jam 2. I'm probably not going to do a video for every single map, but we're just definitely going to pick the most interesting maps to look at, of which this is definitely one. We've got some other single releases to check up on as well. Willem just released a new Q1SP the other day. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. It's a pretty cool looking map. Again, a little bit easy, but you know, it's good, all good fun. And I've got a huge backlog of Half-Life stuff to get through as well, but you know, we'll get to it when I get to it. Alright, I'll see you next time.